let each man prove that they remain worthy of leading the cult. The three kings. Perfect. Now speak.
The circle is ready. When the moon rises, we shall perform the summoning ritual.
The Countess's servant has already been sacrificed. We can feed the fallen one her innards.
Everything is proceeding according to plan. The girl's necklace will allow Johannes to intercept the dagger.
The spear remains the only problem. We still don't know how to obtain it.
Do not concern yourselves with that. The third blade will soon fall into our hands. I have personally made sure of that.
See the faces, but those were their voices. They're the figures in the red coats. They committed all the murders. Each of them drew a king from the deck of Septimerius. Even Liliana. Odd. The brothers Finkelstein claimed that Ingvar, the Cardinal, and Reuchlin drew the cards of kings. By the Lord's sword. Liliana is Reuchlin. Ingvar transplanted his soul into her. That's why he called her Johannes. Otherwise, a queen card would have appeared in her hand. I must interrogate Ingvar. And find out the nature of the three blades from Caliga, and why these damned kings want them so badly.
Speak of the devil and he shall appear. I must admit, Inquisitor, you've managed to impress me. I figured that you'd show the Pugio to the brothers Finkelstein, which is why I pay them to mislead you. But, despite all that, you still managed to learn of the existence of the three blades from Caliga. Brother Merrill told me you've been inquiring about them.
Finkelstein claimed that it was the woman in the Venetian mask who had paid them.
The second-rate peddler deceived an Inquisitor. I think I've overestimated you after all. Do you know what these blades are?
They're the weapons the Roman legionnaires used to wound Christ during his ascent to Golgotha.
That's correct. What you don't know, however, is the purpose that we intend to use them for. I will gladly tell you. You only need to decide whose side you're on. Are you with us? Or are you with the Countess?
I am on nobody's side. I'm the Lord's devoted servant.
I knew you'd say that. You Inquisitors are so predictable. Seize him!
Let's put an end to this masquerade. I know who you are. The Venerable Ingvar. His Eminence Ansgar von Niedrig. And the beautiful Liliana. Or rather, Johannes Reuchlin.
Hello, Mordimer.
You've managed to learn quite a lot. Bravo.
Why Liliana? What made you choose her?
Well, she was the only one we had on hand.
Johannes was poisoned. Liliana and I found him dying in a cell, but it was too late to save him. I had to use a spell devised by Magnus of Pottvar that allows for the transfer of one's soul into a different body. I extracted the soul from Johannes and implanted it into Liliana.
Thanks to her, we managed to obtain the Pugio. So it all turned out for the best in the end.
You obtained it and lost it.
You are to blame for that, Inquisitor. Remember when we were assaulted in the alley? I hurt my arm there because of you. A seemingly harmless cut became the gate through which Liliana's soul returned to her body. When that idiot figured out she had killed the harlot, she panicked. And for a while, I lost access to her mind. That was when she got rid of the dagger.
Luckily, the blade found its way back to us.
You're followers of the cult. Heretics. Your fate is sealed.
I find your arrogance irritating, Inquisitor. It is you who are on your knees before us, not the opposite.
Wait, Ingvar. Let's give him a chance. Before my soldiers rendered you unconscious, you said that you were not on anyone's side. I hope that you'll change your mind once you understand our goal.
You want to bring about the apocalypse.
It's the only way to purge the world of filth and omnipresent evil. The end must come if we are to have a new beginning.
The wheel has already been set in motion. We have summoned the Four Horsemen into the Unworld.
So that's what the Enochian Circle was for. I thought that you'd summon the fallen angel, but you had gone well beyond that. That's the reason for these accursed clouds. Were the killings also connected to this?
The ritual required human sacrifices.
The Countess's servant had the necklace. The mayor was close to uncovering the truth. And the innkeeper was spying for Isabella. By murdering them, you managed to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And what about the harlot? Why her?
She was an easy and necessary target.
You are fools if you believe you'll be able to control the horsemen. Once they cross over into our world, they will destroy everything and everyone, including you.
We will not be the ones commanding them. Jesus will.
Jesus?
Everyone thinks that he died centuries ago. But that is not true. Christ only fell into lethargy, and we will soon awaken him.
When our Lord returns to us, the words of the Revelation will be fulfilled. The 4 horsemen will purge the earth of sinners and non-believers. Christ will then lead the followers of the cult to create a new world, one based on the words of the Scripture.
How do you mean to accomplish that?
The 3 blades from Caliga are the key. Each of them can be used to open the door to the unworld, where Jesus' slumbering emanation resides.
It is the only weapon with which God can be killed. Its power will make Christ awaken from his lethargy. When this comes to pass, we will hand the blades over to him in an act of offertory, which will make him invincible.
3 gifts from the 3 kings.
The Gladius has been in our hands for a long time. We already have the Pugio as well. Unfortunately, Isabella still has the Hasta.
We plan to take the spear from her by force, but the bitch's palace is a fortress. A small force is enough to defend it. Even a mighty army will break on its walls.
Unlike a man whom she had previously hosted as her guest before.
You want me to steal the 3rd blade for you?
If you do this, you will have the honor of resurrecting Christ Vengeful. Just think, you'll be given an opportunity to commune with the Creator.
Fine. I will get the Hasta. I'm willing to do anything for Christ.
A wise choice, Master Madderdin.
We'll be waiting at the Enochian Circle. Be quick about it, and you'll be rewarded.
One more thing, Inquisitor. I gave you Sureskin during our first meeting. You told me then that you'd return the favor. It's time to deliver on your promise.
What am I to do?
Kill that damn bitch, the Countess. Then I'll consider us even.
Where is that scamp? It must be the mark of the cult. 4 swords. I bet they symbolize the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Ugh, how pretentious.
Psst! I'm over here!
Let's get out of here.
I wouldn't trust them if I were you.
Don't worry, Scam. I know what I'm doing. You'd better tell me. What did the Countess have to say?
I wasn't able to talk to her. Her guards didn't let me into the palace. I told them I had an important message for her, but they laughed at me.
It's all right. It doesn't matter anymore. How did you get here, anyway?
I came to the clinic as you told me to. You weren't there. But friend picked up your scent and followed it. He's the one that brought me here.
You shouldn't have come here. God only knows what would happen if you were caught by the Cardinal's soldiers.
Friend would protect me. Besides, you needed help.
I managed. On my own.
Because you agreed to get the spear. If
a witch had a habit, she'd be a nun.
But...
Enough talking. By the Lord's sword. What's going on here?
The riots in town have gotten worse ever since the 4th cloud appeared in the sky.
4th? By the nails and thorns.
What now?
I must meet with the Countess, whether she'd like to or not. Then I'll decide what to do next.
I know an underground entrance to the palace. It's the fastest way. Come on, I'll take you. Not a soul in sight.
Let's have a look inside the palace. Maybe we'll find someone there.
What do you think? Where is everybody?
I have no idea.
Maybe they found out about the riots and fled.
I doubt it. The Countess's palace is a fortress. Her guards would have no trouble defending it.
So, why isn't anyone here?
We'll find out soon, I hope. Nontal.
Leave it. The wound is not serious.
What happened?
It was Isabella. She's the vampire you've been looking for.
The Countess.
Kill her, Inquisitor, before it's too late. Use the blade from Caliga. It's the only thing that can hurt her.
The Cardinal took the Pugio from me.
You'll find the Hasta in the secret chamber. Drive it through the Countess's heart. It's your only chance.
Luckily, she only fainted. Find something that can be used to treat her wound. Or whatever you do, don't enter the palace. I don't expect to find anyone alive here. Another corpse. Dead. This one's dead too. The wounds look like those from a bear attack. They all have similar ones. Strange. He's gone. This might be the entrance to the secret chamber. Sesame. It's high time I ended this. Sea of blood. I can almost feel its taste.
Get out of here! I will die if I don't think of something quickly. By the nails and thorns. The mask of the Merry Executioner from Tianan. It's my only hope.
It is likely enough that I am going to my doom. The last march of the Inquisitor.
Isabella, my fair leech, dance with me, the I beseech. Let us end things on a jeer. The Countess dances on my spear. Now I hear the mask's vile chatter, telling me to grab my dagger, carve myself with proper swagger. The samurai, their way I'll follow. Soon my stomach I'll have hollowed.
You're scaring me, Inquisitor. Take off that mask and stop fooling around.
That's the pickle that I'm in. I can't remove it without skin.
Only God and death have control over the mask. How did you manage to take it off?
I just grabbed it and removed it.
Lucky for me. Speaking in those pathetic rhymes was driving me crazy. What about Nantal?
She woke up as I was treating her. Her wound is no longer bleeding.
Why did you come here? I told you not to enter the palace.
Friend ran inside. I followed him. Nantal told me to stop him, but I didn't listen, and now he's dead.
He died defending you. Like a true friend.
Can I say goodbye to him?
Of course. I hope the Countess wasn't lying when she talked about the strength coming from the three blades. Let's go, Scamp. I must ask Nantal a few questions.
Farewell, friend. I will never forget you.
You did it, Inquisitor. Praise be to the vengeful god.
How did this happen?
When the second cloud appeared in the sky, Isabella ordered me to bring a few paupers from the harbor to the palace. She claimed that His Eminence was a follower of the cult, and that he meant to bring about the apocalypse. I was convinced that she wanted to stop him by stirring up the common folk against him.
But you were wrong.
The Countess led the paupers to a secret chamber and ordered that no one disturb them. After several hours, she emerged from the chamber as a bloodthirsty monster. It was then that I realized that she was a member of the Sabbath, and that she wanted to use the blades from Caliga to carry out her own plan.
Are you saying that the Sabbath was created by vampires?
They were once beings of light. At least that's what they claim. Supposedly, they became bloodsuckers because of the dark magic that tainted the world when Christ descended from the cross. For centuries, vampires have been searching for a way to undo the curse. They believed that light would return when they destroyed Jesus' dark emanation, existing as the murk in the unworld.
Let me guess. They wanted to use the 3 blades from Caliga to accomplish this.
Isabella only had one of them. I believe she wanted to acquire the other 2 by using her vampiric power. She needed human blood to awaken it, and likely didn't expect that the taste of blood would stir the dark desires and hunger she would not be able to control.
How do you know all that?
I am a spy for the Holy Office's inner circle. I discovered everything by collecting information about Caliga. The Countess was my best source, but I failed to see that she was playing on 2 fronts. I believed her to be a harmless aristocrat passionate about the life of Christ, but she proved more dangerous than the followers of the cult.
Is what they told me about Jesus true?
Do not be deceived by their words. They're madmen, Reuchlin in particular. The old man used to work for the Countess, but they parted ways when Isabella found out he was a follower of the cult. It was he who infected the Cardinal with the apocalyptic vision of Christ's awakening, but he didn't share his full knowledge with him, which is what allowed him to pull the strings. The Countess knew that Reuchlin was a threat, which is why she had him poisoned. Unfortunately, it was not effective. When the clouds began to appear in the sky, it became obvious that the old man had survived. I don't know how he managed it. The poison that the innkeeper mixed into his meal was potent enough to kill 12 men.
Ingvar transplanted his soul into Liliana's body.
You must stop him, Inquisitor. The 4 horsemen must be sent back into the void from whence they were summoned. If they remain in the unworld, they will create a gate through which they will cross over into our world, and we will then meet our doom.
How do I do that?
All I know is it requires an act of sacrifice.
In the Umworld, it's not easy to survive there as it is.
Get the 3 blades from Caliga. They will give you strength. Unfortunately, I will not be able to help you. Forgive me.
Find the guard captain, Scamp. Tell him to gather his men and come to the catacombs. It's possible that I will need their help.
And what about her?
Have the captain send someone for her.
Spiritus